Hello amazing manifestors, welcome. I'm SJ and this is Infinite Fire Readings. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, I assist with manifestation, I do card and tarot readings, and I also offer life coaching, all of which you can find information about in the description below. So let's jump straight on into the video. Today I'm going to be talking about the concept and affirmation of I can afford it. I can't remember which book I read it in exactly. It might have been John Cahoe's Mind Power as a reference. Highly recommend that book. Though I read a story somewhere about an individual who happened to be broke at the time, and whenever he would go for walks in neighborhoods where the houses were glorious or the cars were glorious or the 3D materiality was glorious and something that he wanted, he would affirm, I can afford that. I can afford that. And he would point at the thing and he would claim that he could afford the things that he was walking past that resonated with him, that made him excited and feel wealthy and abundant. That was his way of feeling wealthy and abundant. And I believe the story goes on to proclaim that he did in fact become wealthy and abundant. So with this affirmation, I can afford it, what you're doing is creating a mindset that opens yourself up to the possibilities and therefore the reality of being able to afford those things that you are claiming that you can. So let me break this down a little bit more in depth for you today. When you are affirming something like, I can afford it, towards objects and things that maybe at first you don't perceive that you can afford for whatever reason, be it you don't have the money at current or the resources or whatever, what you're actually doing is not just affirming that you can afford it financially. What you're actually doing as well is starting to create the conviction within yourself that you have the resources, time, energy, and ability to fabricate and create the wealth around you so that you can afford the thing that you want. That affirmation is a proclamation to yourself and life that you are able to afford that some way, somehow. I can afford it isn't just to do with finances. It's to do with my ability to create wealth. That is my wealth, my resourcefulness, my own power, my thoughts, the ability to choose my mindset and choose the reality that I wish to bring into my existence. My wealth lies in not for the 3D elements that I have around me as much as my decision for wealth. My true value is not in the exterior, it's in the interior. And when I recognize that by saying I can afford that, it's not about what I possess outside of myself that means I can afford that. It's about what I possess within myself, which means I can afford that. It all stems from within, always has, always will. By affirming I can afford that, when you look at something that you love that's in the 3D world, you are affirming that you have the capacity and resources available within you to afford that as well. You are affirming that some way, somehow, it is possible for you to have that thing. And by accepting that, you are creating it. You are the resource of wealth. You are the reason you create wealth. You create it by selecting to be in a state where you are already wealthy. You make a decision for it and you trust that that's your reality. I can afford it is a decision. I can afford it, it's a decision. Manifestation is about making a decision. I decide what I want. I choose it and it is my reality, regardless of what I see around me. When you affirm I can afford it towards something that you might not be able to currently in this very moment afford, and yet you believe that you can afford that, you are deciding that you can afford that. And as long as you keep your focus on that intention, you are creating that version of reality where you can indeed afford it. Let me know your thoughts around this. Any ideas, questions, success stories, feel free to comment below. I am always learning and growing myself, so I'm not afraid to say that. Always happy to express and experience this journey with you together and learn from each other. Also, feel free to check out my free Facebook group below if you are manifesting your reality and want to join a bunch of like-minded manifestors. We are all at different varying levels of creating the manifestations into our reality that we seek, and therefore having that network is a really wonderful way of being able to connect and assist each other to bring our manifestations into reality. Also, if you want to get more proactive with your manifestations, come and join my Patreon tier below called All About Manifestation. It's a monthly subscription and I release 2 videos a week at current to assist you with actively stepping into the end state so that you can live in your ideal version of reality faster. Thank you so much for watching. Have an absolutely wonderful space time wherever you are. Sending light, love and blessings as always, and I'll catch you in your next video. Bye.